My name is Carlos, N1CBM, and I'll be the moderator for tonight's YouthNet, August 22nd, YouthNet number 124. Wow, 124 times here on Friday doing this fun project we have here at the ECR. Tonight, we have a special treat. Apart from the very experienced controllers we've had before, Grayson, KJ4BUT, and KE2ETF as Ivan, we have a new controller, Miss River. She was operating as a third-party traffic a couple of weeks ago and last week, but she went and took her test, technician test, last Saturday, which she passed with 100 points, and she got her call sign today. And that call sign is KR4GIP. Congratulations, Miss River, on that achievement. That should feel really good. And with that said, we have Mark on the computer taking the log, working the log and taking the hard part of the check-ins. I'll do the talking, he'll do the typing. And Mark is K2EDS. The question for tonight is, can you solder? Have you ever done that? So the kids will take it after I do the round of check-ins. One little announcement here: if you want to skip the ruckus and the check-ins via radio, you can do it via text line 716-317-9050. And we're now open for a round of check-ins. We're going to take the check-ins for the YouthNet number 124. Check-ins anybody, anywhere. Come with your call sign twice and slowly, please.
Kilo Alpha 4, Romeo Charlie Victor. That's Kilo Alpha 4, Romeo Charlie Victor. My name is Justin. I'm located in Dover, Tennessee. First time check-in. But today.
We got you there. Hold on for your chance. I will call you back. Any other check-ins for the YouthNet number 124? KK7OGC, KK7OGC. Kilo Bravo 2, Whiskey Golf Charles Mobile, Kilo Bravo 2, Whiskey Golf Charles Mobile. Got nothing there on the last attempt. Can you come back again with your call sign? It was only carrier, no modulation. Come back again. Yeah, you're coming through Echolink. There's no audio, only carrier. Try again after you find out what's going on with the settings. Let's keep moving on those check-ins, guys. Let's keep this kid's happy face for tonight. 124. Sierra K1 AOS. W2 RBC. W2 RBC. W4 PPX, W4 PPX.
N6 QDY, N6 QDY.
Any mobile check-ins? Any mobile check-ins for the YouthNet? Oscar 4, Mike Lima Yankee. Lima Lima Yankee, come again twice and slowly. You're cutting off your first letters.
Kilo, Oscar 4, Mike, Lima Yankee. Kilo, Oscar 4, Mike, Lima Yankee. Copy?
Okay, we got you this time, Andy. Hold on there. We'll come back to you in a couple of minutes. Anybody? Any more check-ins for this first round? Okay, we'll hold it right there, and recognizing this list from the bottom up, KO4 MLY, Andy from Gainesville, Florida, KE2 ETF, Ivan from Gasport, New York, N6 QDI, David, Sacramento, California, W4 PPX, a neighbor here in Hollywood, Don, W2 RBC, Randy in West Seneca, New York, K1 AOS, Alex, High Springs, KB2 WGC, Kevin, Homosassa, Florida, and we got KK7 OGC, Fred in Reno, Nevada, KA4 RCV, Dustin in Dover, Tennessee, and KQ8U, Bob in Ecorse, Michigan. I'm gonna send it over to Grayson, KJ4 BUT. This is Carlos, N1 CBN. Grayson, you have the con.
Alright, thank you, alright, let's go to the top of this list, KQ8, Bob from Espos, Michigan.
Good evening, Grayson and the rest of the net. Yes, I've soldered. Soldered with electrical soldering gun. I've soldered with torches. I've done all that. Have a good night. You're doing a fine job. KQ8U, bet the net.
Alright, simply Bob, and you have 59 seconds. Simply Bob. Next up, KA4 OCV, Dustin from Dover, Tennessee.
KA4 RCV, hello, Mr. Grayson. I talked to you, I've been in the youth and yacht and everything else tonight, so just to get on DMR and TGIF and everything, so y'all take care and have a blessed night. KA4 RCV clear, stay safe.
Can you come again, Dustin, if you answer?
Yes, y'all stay safe and be careful. KA4 R3 clear, good shot to you, Grayson.
Okay, can you answer the question of the night, which is, can you Sodel?
Can you repeat that?
The question is, can you Sodel?
No, I never tried, Grayson. Sorry about that, but I'll try it. Most people do it, though.
Alright, simply to Dustin, so next up, KK7 OGC, Fred from Reno, Nevada, and you have 17 seconds.
Well, good evening, Grayson and everyone on the net. I assume I dialed it. I got in a little late. I think the question is, can I solder? And the answer is yes. I've done it with propane torches, tiny little electrostatic heat-sensitive guns as well as regular soldering irons. Yeah, I've been doing it for years. Anyway, if that's the question, I'll be clear at KK7OGC. Back to net.
Alright, some free to you, Floyd. Yeah, that was the question of the night. Some free to you. Next up, the KB2WGC, Kevin from Homosassa, Florida, with 30 seconds.
Good evening to the net and Grayson. Yes, I've soldered wires and miles of solder on pipes. You all have a good weekend. KB2WGC.
Alright, some free to you, Kevin. Next up, K1AOS, Alex from High Springs, Florida.
Good evening, everyone on the net. Good evening, Grayson. Doing a great job. Yes, I have soldered. I use the regular soldering irons. I've also used a little butane pen type little soldering irons for some fine work in the field. But mainly since I've gotten in the hobby, you know, you gotta solder little things here and there for the antennas. Anyways, back to you. You're doing a great job, and everyone take care on the net. K1AOS.
Alright, some free to you, Alex. Next up, W2. By the way, Alex, you have 8 seconds. Some free to you, Alex. Next up, W2, RBC, Randy from Manchester, New York. You have 37 seconds.
Good evening, Carlos, Mark, Grayson, and everyone on the Usenet. Also, congratulations to River. You're going to make a great ham. Yes, I can solder. Over my engineering career, I qualified for IPC, MIL, and NASA soldering qualifications. Back to net control, 73 to all, W2, RBC.
Alright, some free to you, Randy. By the way, as a reminder, the check-ins count, if you've been checking in for a while, this is only check-ins of the of 85 previous nets, not the full 124, only 85 of the last 85 nets that we've done here on the Usenet. So free to you, Randy. Next up, W4 PBX, Don from Hollywood, Florida. You have 18 seconds.
Hey, good morning, Grayson, and everybody on the Usenet tonight. You guys are doing a great job. Yes, I have. I've used soldering stations. I've used heavier soldering irons. I've run the whole gamut for many, many years. Hope you have a good night. You're doing a good job, Grayson. W4 PPX, back to net control.
Please see, Don. Next up, N6QEY, David from Sacramento, California. You have 8 seconds.
Hey, Grayson and the net, and congratulations to River, KR4GIP, I think it is, and hello to Ivan. 8 seconds, I better get caught up here. So, anyways, yeah, I have and can solder. School in the Marine Corps, went to soldering class there, and also did micro miniature soldering, which is real tiny stuff with the microscope as well. So, yes. Hey, keep up the good work, and have a great weekend there. We'll talk to you later, Grayson. N6QDY.
Alright, some please you, David. Next up, Ivan from Gasport, New York. You have 26 seconds.
Grayson, everyone else on the Ethernet. I don't think 26 is that bad. I definitely need to, I think there are some nets that I need to start checking a lot more. Example, the Morning Brew, but I don't think it's that bad for the Ethernet. Especially because it's every Friday. To answer the question, yeah, I can solder. I can solder with a regular soldering iron, pencil tip. I can solder with a soldering gun, and I've also soldered with heat rework stations. But I usually just use the heat rework stations for desoldering. I think I've used it for SMD once, but I've never done SMD soldering under a microscope. So put me down for yes, and other than that, this is KTG, base net control, 73.
Hi, simply Ivan. Yeah, I've mostly been desoldering with a desoldering gun, but I have soldered a few times, yeah. Simply Ivan, but I've never tried it. I've removed a eMMC flash chip off of a old TV motherboard. But I removed it, not put it on, so simply Ivan. Next up, KO4MLY, Andy from Gainesville, Florida. You have 2 seconds.
Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Lima Yankee, Andy down here in Gainesville. The answer is yes. You name it, I've soldered it. You're doing a great job, Grayson. Have a good time. Have a good weekend. 73, Kilo Oscar 4, Mike Lima Yankee. I'll be clear on your final.
Alright, some freeze to Andy. Next up, Katie Free, Adrian and Anna from Pennsylvania. You have 6 seconds.
Good evening, Grayson and the crew in there tonight, and I would like to say congratulations to River. I do not know how to solder. Everybody have a good night. KD3AJN.
Simply Savannah. Next up, N6DQD, way from Beaver, Pennsylvania. You have 8 seconds. The question of that is, can you solve?
Good evening, Grayson. No, I cannot solder, and I also want to congratulate River on her license, and I know she'll have many years of enjoyment with that. Back to you. This is N3DQD.
Simply Seaway. Next up, KO6IXN Scott from East California. You have 2 seconds.
Good evening, Grayson, and everybody out there on the net. Hope everyone's having a good evening and looking forward to the weekend. The answer to the question is no. Unfortunately, I've never soldered before. Something I should try, I'm sure, here in the future. Hope everyone has a good night. KO6IXN, back to net.
Some please to, hold on, give me 1 second. I keep on moving my monitor, cause, it's in portrait mode. Scott. So I forgot your name for a second, Scott. Some please to Scott. Next up, I am going to call this to pull more seconds for tonight's Usenet.
Mr. Grayson, great job there. This is Carlos, N1CBM, and back to my task of searching for check-ins. We're going to have the next controller up here. We hope that we get a lot of check-ins so she can get and ring that license, that freshly minted license that's still hot from the oven, and give her a lot of check-ins so she can have a unforgettable night, a very nice night for this for this net, Usenet 124. Check-ins, come in please with your call signs twice and slowly.
K6 GBZ, K6 GBZ.
WB2JPQ, WB2JPQ.
KR4 COH. Kilo Romeo 4 Charlie Oscar Hotel.
Hotel Kilo Lima, Whiskey 4, Hotel Kilo Lima.
PQ, WB2JPQ.
Whiskey Delta 4 Alpha Golf Foxtrot, Whiskey Delta 4 Alpha Golf Foxtrot.
KE2ARC, Kilo Echo 2, Alpha Romeo Charlie.
Station trying to check in, the last station trying to check in, we only got one letter out of your call sign. Can you try again twice and slowly? The K station please.
K9 DPS, Kilo Echo 9, Delta Papa Foxtrot.
Got you this time, Grayson, and some more check-ins. Let's get River working and sweating here on the Usenet. Let's see if we get a few more check-ins for the Usenet. I remember you guys that 716-317-9050 is the text check-in line, so you can avoid the pileups and do it through your text messaging app, whatever you have there. 716-317-9050. Let's get more check-ins, please.
Alpha India 5, Yankee Alpha. This is Kilo 6, Lima, November, India. J6LNI, Hayward, California.
5MNV, Bernie and Greta.
There's K5MNV, and there was a double with a Papa Golf station. We couldn't get the entire call sign for you. Papa Golf, come again, and so we can log you in here.
Victor Echo 3, Victor Papa Golf. Victor Echo 3, Victor Papa Golf.
Pascal, we got you this time. A little low on the audio. It might be helpful if you get closer to the microphone. This is a good list right here. Let's get it worked up from the bottom up. VE3, VPG. Pascal, you're new to the system. If you have a good email on QR set, the system will generate a welcome letter, and you will have all the goodies in your email. And up there we have K5 MNV, Mike November Victor. Is that a good call sign? Kilo 5 MNV?
Kilo Juliet 5, Mike November Victor. Yes, sir, that is correct. This is Bernie in Gretna, Louisiana, and
First time for me on this net.
Okay, Bernie, we got you this time, KJ5 MNB. Then we have K6 LNI, Lancelot from Hayward, California. AI5 Yankee Alpha YA, Chris Andrews, Texas. KE2 EDS Marks from Elma. KE9 DPF Grayson, Rochester. KQ4 GLY Chris from Paris, Florida. KE2 ARC Ron from Sydney Center, New York. WD4 AGF Aurora, Pompano Beach, Florida, neighbor here. WD4 AGF, yes, that's correct. WV2 JPQ Dick. We have W4 HKL Steve, KR4 COH Hector from Jacksonville, North Carolina. And K6 GBZ Thomas from Cameron Park. I want to send it over to our controller extraordinaire, KR4 GIP River. River, you have the con. Enjoy it.
Thank you, Carlos. Now, next on the list.
Kilo 6, Golf Bravo Zulu. Welcome everybody on the net, and congratulations, River, on your new license. Yes, I have soldered, but I'm not very good at it. Back to you. Back to the net.
Thank you. H. Hector in Jack.
Congrats, Rivers, on getting a tech. Been a while since I soldered, a few months. But I do have my certificate, and I do know what's a cool joint. Top of the evening to the net. May we have a great evening, great weekend. This is KR4COH Hector, Jacksonville, North Carolina. Monitoring the frequency.
Alright, thank you for W4H.
We're trying to get River squared away with a new battery here, and we'll hold it up right here. I'm going to send a few announcements here. Remember, for the Usenet, it's every Friday at 8 p.m. Known here in the reflector, and all the people that always present themselves in the mornings at 7, 9 every single day of the week, except Saturdays and Sundays and holidays. Then we have the TechNet Tuesdays, 8 p.m. and the TriviaNet on Saturdays at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm not forgetting about the Open Mic Night Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Any other check-ins for, let's send it back to River. I think she has a new radio with a freshly charged battery. Let's see how it goes. River, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Carlos. Hopefully this works. Next on the list we have W4HKL, Steve in Cumberland Gap.
Good evening, River. I appreciate you calling the net, you and the other operators there. I believe the question is, can I solder? And the answer is yes. I don't think I'm a particularly great person at soldering, but I can at least get the basic jobs done. So anyway, that's a skill that that you really need to to probably practice as a new ham. And a good way to do that is to take something that's broken and desolder some of the components from it. But I would suggest you have your parents with you as well. Back to net control, W4HKL.
Alright, thank you for coming. Next on the list we have New York.
Well, good evening, River. Not quite sure. Maybe you're not quite holding your finger on the button. You did drop out there. Good evening, everybody. Yes, I've been soldering for way too many years. And we're delighted to have you, River. This young lady came 2 weeks ago, as everybody might know, as a third-party net controller, and here she is tonight with her own call sign. So, on behalf of the entire East Coast Reflector family, we're certainly very, very proud of you, River, and welcome aboard. This is Dick, WB2JPQ.
Alright, thank you, Dick. Next on the list we have WD4AGF, Aurora in Palm.
Yes, River, congratulations for your license. And I have been soldering for the last 2 years. I'm a technician like you, studying for my general, but I have been soldering small projects. It's a very good thing to do. Back to you, River, and to all on the net.
Have KE2ARC, Ron in Sydney Center, New York.
Good evening, River, and everybody on the net. The answer to your question is yes, and keep up the good work. Again, KE2ARC, back to net control.
Thank you for coming. Next up we have Kate in Parrish, Florida.
Good evening, River, Ivan, and Grayson, and congratulations to you for getting your ticket. And yes, I have soldered.
Alright, thank you for coming. 9DPF, Grayson in Rochester.
Evening to everyone on the net here, and congrats for getting your license. I do know how to solder. I've made 1 or 2 J-pole antennas. That's basically as far as that goes. But KE9 DPF, back to net.
I'm not sure if it's going to help, but
Good evening, everyone else on the net. As far as soldering, yes, I can solder wire, I can solder pipe. So, yes, I can solder. Hope you have a great evening. And again, River, congratulations. It's a great accomplishment to get your technician's license. Have a good night. KE2 EDS.
Alright, thank you for calling. Next up we have AI5YA, Chris in Andrews, Texas.
Good evening, River, and everybody else on the net. Christopher in Andrews, Texas. I usually check into the morning net, but I'd check into this one. Yes, I have soldered. Had a part-time job in college soldering. That's all I did. And then I've had to teach some of my middle school students how to solder. So, yes, all the way around. Everyone have a good evening. AI5YA.
Alright, thank you for coming. Next we have K6LNI, Lancelot in Hayward, California.
Hey, good evening, Rivers, and I believe the other youth was Grayson. Congratulations on your ticket there. It is a great thing for the youth. This is so young of an age. Well, most of us started when we were in our teens and adults. Anyway, back to your question was, do I solder? Yes. I learned to solder and learned it from YouTube and some stuff. If I don't solder and cannot solder, why I use JB Weld. Have a good weekend. This is K6 73.
Alright, thank you for coming. Next up we have KJ5MND, Bernard in Gretna. I'm not sure what that abbreviation is, if you could tell me.
MNV. Yeah, first off, the abbreviation is Louisiana, so that's Gretna, Louisiana, just across the Mississippi River from New Orleans. Secondly, congratulations both of y'all on the tickets. It's such a fresh breath of fresh air hearing the youngsters on the air, and it's a hobby you'll be able to enjoy the rest of your life. To your question, do I solder? Well, I'm retired now, but when I was working, I worked on really large equipment with all kind of electronic circuit boards on it, and yes, a lot of those boards we had to troubleshoot and replace individual components and what may it be. So it's a good skill to learn, and it'll come in handy in the radio world. So enjoy 73s. This is KJ5 MNV, back to net control.
Alright, thank you for clearing that up for me, and thank you for coming. Next up we have VE3VP. I'm gonna just guess on this, Ontario, Canada. Welcome to the East Coast Reflector.
Thank you, River, and really appreciate it. So yes, I have soldered, actually, 8 voltage regulators on the power at the moment, and soldered many CL259 connectors for feedline and various things. Back to you, Victor, Echo 3, Victor, Papa Golf.
Joseph Sufek, 4GDS, Gil in Orlando, Florida.
Hey, River. Dave 4GDS, Gil in Orlando, and well, congratulations. Yes, I can see 4GDS back to net.
Alright, thank you for coming. Next CSI, Andy in Norfolk, I'm not sure what that abbreviation is either, if you could clear that up for me.
I sure can. Good evening, River. Congratulations on getting your ticket there, and yeah, you'll enjoy it there. You were already pretty much a natural before you even had your license there. So yes, I'll clear that up. The NE is for Nebraska. I have heard some people say New England, and it's like, well, New England's not a state, but it's a region. But anyhow, yeah, that is Nebraska. And answer to the question, soldering, I don't do as much as I should, but I've mechanicked and played with electronics, so yes, soldering is involved, but my eyesight sometimes, I gotta have a big magnifying glass and a lot of light, so yes on the soldering. And I'll pass it back to net control. This is KF0CSI.
Alright, thank you for clearing that up for me, and I'm going to hand it over to Carlos to get some more check-ins and hand it over to Ivan.
Well, thank you much, River. That was River, KR4GIP, and this is Carlos, N1CBM, on the Usenet number 124 for the East Coast Reflector, looking for more check-ins for the East Coast Reflector Usenet 124.
Let me see if I can get in here.
Echo 4.
This is
Mike
Whiskey
Sierra Mike.
out the India radio. WA5 air, like the air between my ears, down here in Texas.
W2KJV, W2KJV. KQ4, GKO, Kilo Quebec 4, Gulf Kilo Oscar.
PY2 Papa Yankee Bravo, India November 1, Whiskey Echo Bravo.
This is Kilo Quebec 4, Yankee Golf Echo, Richlands, North Carolina, monitoring.
This is Kate.
PY2 BIL, Papa Yankee 2, Bravo, India Lima.
Up right there for a second, Papa Yankee 2 Bravo India Lima. We got you right there, and there was another station trying to check in with who doubled with BIL. Come again, please.
This is Kilo Echo 8 Juliet Oscar Juliet. I am in and out.
This is Whiskey 2, Kilo Yankee Mike, W2KYM, Jim in Niagara Falls. KF5 WFX, listening on East Coast Reflector 312-9973. Radio on frequency 1 QSO.
N0TIS, N0TIS.
N0TIS, this is Kilowatt Foxtrot 5, Whiskey Fox X-Ray KF5, WFX, operator Marcus Samarella, Texas, hot coffee.
Gents, let me grab it right there. We're in the middle of a net here. You can come back to the reflector after 9 o'clock where we will return the reflector to the normal amateur radio use. In the meantime, we have a list here. I will acknowledge from the bottom up. KF5WFX, Marcus from Amarillo, Texas, NOTIS, Otis from Beaumont, Texas. Thanks for checking in. KF0CSI, Andy, Norfolk, and I have, I think it's W2K, Kilo Yankee November, I think it's Kilo Yankee Mike. Can you come back with your call sign? We'd like to correct that into logs.
Yes, you are correct. It's Whiskey 2, Kilo Yankee Mike. Kilo Yankee Mike, Jim in Niagara Falls.
We got you, Jim. We'll come back to you shortly. Kilo Alpha 8 or Kilo Echo 8, that's another one we need to correct here in the logs. Can you come back, Kilo Echo or Kilo Alpha 8, please?
This is Kilo Echo 8, Juliet Oscar Juliet, KE8JOJ.
Right, KE8JOJ, Shiva, we got you in Detroit, Michigan, and we got Bill in Sao Paulo, Brazil, Papa Yankee 2 BIL, KQ4 YSC. Kenneth, you're new to the system, and if you have a valid email in QR set, you'll receive a welcome letter from us, and you'll get the entire menu from the appetizers all the way down to the sweets. And we got Webb from Collierville. We got John, KQ4 JKO, New Bern, North Carolina. We got Charlie out in Montgomery, Texas, WA5AIR, and W2KJV, Tony in Homosassa, Florida. I'm going to send it back to Ivan, and I'm going to remind you guys that the question of the night is, can you solder? Can you solder? Ivan, K2EGF, you have it. This is Carlos, N1CBN.
Alright, thanks for asking over to me there, Carlos. Yeah, alright. So we're going to go on this question with Dr. Scott, and the question tonight is, can you solder? Alright, we're going to pass on down to W2KJV, Tony in Homosassa, Florida. Please come now.
Okay, good evening, Ivan, and good evening, Carlos. Thanks for taking my check-in. Yes, I can solder. It seems like I'm always soldering at least once a week, so put me down in the yes column. Back to you, Ivan, and 73 W2KJV.
Thank you, Tony. Now we're going to pass on down to WA5AIR, Charlie in Montgomery, Texas.
Yeah, good evening, everybody, on the East Coast Reflector. Well, if you look at the screen right now, you'll see what I'm doing. I'm building a harness for some 2-meter duplexers, and sometimes I wish I didn't know how to solder. But yeah, I've been soldering, I don't know, ever since I was probably a little bit older than you are. I used to tear all kinds of stuff apart and solder it back together. You're doing a good job, man. Y'all keep it up. I enjoy listening to you on Friday nights. From WA5AIR, way down here in Montgomery, Texas, where the cows roam around. Have a
a good evening.
Alright, 73 to you there, Charlie. Hopefully you have a good one. Now we're going to head down to KQ4 GKO. John in New Bern, North Carolina.
Good evening, Usenet. The answer to the question is yes, and the most recent thing that I soldered was my Sherry node that connects me to the East Coast reflector. And I think that might have gotten slid over a little too close to some of the electronics a few minutes ago and kind of messed things up. At least that's what I think happened. Anyway, 73s to everybody. Have a great night. Congratulations, River, on the license. And Ivan and Grayson, great job. Love this net.
73 here, John. Yeah, now we're going to head down to N1 Web. Web in Colorado. I'm not going to pronounce this right. Kellerville, I think that's how you pronounce it, Tennessee. Question tonight is, can you solder?
Thank you, Ivan. This is from Tennessee, Collierville, Tennessee. You did a good job with that. That's a hard one. And congratulations to River. I can solder, yes. And the first time I learned how to solder was in high school. I soldered jewelry. Then I was still a teenager. I worked for a company, and I soldered circuit boards for medical equipment in hospitals. Then after that, I learned how to solder copper pipe in houses. And now I solder kits for ham radio. So I like soldering. And thank you for running this net tonight. N1 WEB, back to the net.
73 to you there, Web. I like your call sign, by the way. That's pretty cool. That's definitely a very good vanity. Alright, actually, I kind of forgot to say the whole check-in thing here tonight, like Grace was doing. I was going to do that, but I forgot. Alright, W2KJV, you have 33 check-ins. WA5AIR, you have 11 check-ins. KQ4GKO, you have 4 check-ins. And N1 Web, you have 4 check-ins. Alright, now we're going to down to KQ4, YGE, Kenneth, who is new to the East Coast Reflector, and you have no email in Richmond, North Carolina. Just want to let you know, if people would like to put your email on your QRZ page, when you check in the morning brew, we will send you a welcome letter. Alright, please come now. Before YGE, Kenneth in Richmond, North Carolina. Are you still with me?
Ned, and yes, about the question, if I can solder, yes, I can. I learned it about when I was your age, so it's a handy skill when you are a ham. So back to the net then.
73 you Kenneth. Now we'll play time on to PY2BIL. Bill in Sao Paulo, Brazil. I also like your call sign. We got lots of cool vanities here tonight. The question tonight is, can you solder?
Well, I guess I messed that up. That was PY2BIL just before. So yes, I do can solder.
Bill, 73 to you. After this, we had KE8JOJ, Shiva in Detroit, Michigan, who I think was in and out. But we don't have that in the log, but I think you were in and out. We're just going to pass it down to you in case you weren't in and out. KE8JOJ, the question tonight is, can you solder? Yep, as expected, it seems you're in and out there. So now we're going to send down to my buddy down Niagara Falls, W2KYM, Jim in Niagara Falls, New York. Question tonight is, can you solder?
Hey, good evening, Ivan. W2KYM here. Can I solder? Absolutely. I started soldering when I was 7 years old. I would make wire antennas for my shortwave receiver that I had, and later on I was able to, when I was like 9 or 10, I was soldering PL259 connectors on coax, and that's how I got my skill. And the first W2KYM, his name was Marcel. He was my Elmer. And I did all the soldering for him because he was legally blind. He couldn't solder too well, so I was his eyes, and I would do a lot of the soldering. But I probably, I probably have soldered so many data cables and coax cables and audio cables, the whole shebang. So we did it for a long time. We'll give it back to you, Ivan. W2KYM, Niagara Falls.
Alright, 72 you, Jim there. Yeah, I remember you telling me about the soldering that receiver when you were real young. Alright, now we're going to turn down to KF0 CSI, Andy in Norfolk, Nebraska. The question tonight is, can you solder?
Well, good evening, Ivan. I'm not sure how my name showed up twice on the list there, but I was following along on the log, and I'm like, they put me down again? I'll wait for Ivan to call me. My previous answer was yes, but I'll tell you what, it's a skill that won't come in handy when you're messing with a plastic or Rubik's Cube. You said 30 seconds, I can do it in about 2 minutes, so you got me beat there, buddy. Doing a good job. KF0 CSI.
Yeah, Rubik's Cubes are fun, yeah. I probably could do it in like 2 minutes nowadays. I have one friend that taught me how to do it, no longer rides my bus anymore, so I don't really do it that much anymore, but, you know, I probably still could, just might take me a while, but, yeah, my fastest time ever is, like I said, 30 seconds on a 3x3, 9 seconds on a 2x2, so, yeah, now we're going to send down to N0TIS, Otis, in Beaumont, Texas. It's another really cool vanity call sign. Down to you.
Well, hey, Ivan. Good to hear you tonight. And River, congratulations on your ticket. Okay, that's a good ticket to have. It really is. And also, Grayson, hey, good evening to you. And thank you, Carlos, for doing what you're doing. And as far as the, let's see, soldering, probably the first thing I ever did when I was a kid, because it was, you know, it didn't have a blade on it, so it was probably the best. But all my life I've been soldering, and I love it. It's one of those, it's satisfying when you solder. There's something satisfying about it. So anyway, yes, the answer is yes. Y'all have a great evening, and N0TIS.
I totally agree with you on that, Otis. The one reason that I keep trying to find kits for soldering is because it's very peaceful. Unless you're inhaling all the fumes, that's not so peaceful. Just when you get bad headaches. I do that all the time. But, you know, it's very satisfying too. That's one thing that I always found about it. It's super satisfying to see the flux melt and all that. S&D soldering, in my opinion, is very satisfying. So anyways, now we're going to down to KF5 WFX, Marcus in Amarillo, Texas. Question tonight is, can you solder? WFX, are you still with me, or were you in and out? If you were in and out, then just don't PTT and we will know. Well, we just heard the clock there. It's 9 p.m., so we're probably going to take these last 2 seconds here. We know that Marcus was in and out. Now we have KG4BUT and N1CBM left. Yeah, so I think we're going to take these seconds here, and then we'll be ending the Usenet for tonight. Alright, KG4BUT, Grayson, Orlando, Florida. We're going to go down to you. The question tonight is, can you solder?
Give me a second here. River, yeah. Your name for a second. I would like to congratulate her on getting her, ticket. That said, yes, I do know how to, Sodel. So we see you, Ivan.
Yeah, 73 Steve Drayson, yeah, nice to hear you on the net. I definitely think it is a big thing that River got her license there. Definitely a big congratulations to her. That is pretty hard. I remember it was pretty hard when I got my license back in October. That was hard. Definitely a lot of stress during the test. When I took my general, it wasn't much stress because I was kind of used to it. But I remember being really stressed during my technician test. So yeah, definitely it's definitely big congratulations to her for getting through that. Now we'll pass it down to N1CBM, Carlos in Hollywood, Florida.
Hey, thanks for taking my check-in. I thought I cheated a little bit here doing the moderator and then checking in at the last minute here. You, River, and Grayson did great tonight. And I do solder. I know how to solder, and I do my own stuff. I still burn my fingers every now and then, but you know, it's the trick of the trade. You have to accept damage in order to get the product you need. Well, I'm going to thank everyone here, and then I'm going to send it back to you so you can close the net and send the ECR back to normal amateur radio use. On behalf of River, KR4 GIP, Grayson, KJ4 BUT, Mark, manning the computer and logging, KE2 EDS, Dick, WB2JPQ, the Godfather himself, and myself, N1CBM, would like to thank everybody who checked in for net 124 nets for the Usenet. Thank you very much for keeping us alive here and checking in on this net on Friday nights. All right, Ivan, you have it. Put a ribbon on it. Good night, N1CBM.
All right, thank you there. Thank you for passing back to me, Carlos. Yeah, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to read off how many check-ins people of the last list have got. So KG4 or KQ4YGE, Kenneth was new. PY2BIL has checked in 2 times. KE8JOJ has checked in 3 times. W2KYM has checked in 3 times. KF0CSI has checked in 20 times. N0TIS has checked in 5 times. KF5WFX has checked in 3 times. And KG4BUT has checked in 45 times, and then we have N1CBM with 24 times. So, in my list of people here, it seems that, let me look through here. Yeah, in my list of net control, my list that I was net controlling here, it seems like Grayson has the record. I think it is definitely different for Grayson's part of it and River's part, but Grayson, you got the record for my part of it. So, yeah. With that, I'm going to be terminating the East Coast Reflector Ethernet. I hope everyone had a good night tonight. I thank everyone for coming. We got 41 chickens tonight, a little low, but I'd say that's still pretty good. Let's go up to the percentages of our check-ins here. So 12.2% of the hams that checked in tonight have said no. That actually surprises me a lot. I've actually never met a ham that can't solder. And then 36% have, or not 36%, 87.8% have said yes. So we have 5 people saying no and 36 people saying yes. The call district that checked in the most was the number 4, and other than that, like I said, I thank everyone for coming on tonight. I will be terminating the East Coast Reflector Usenet starting now. The East Coast Reflector will be returned to normal use. This is KE2, EGF, I'll be cleared.